Alright guys, today's goal is to create equations given a solution. In other words, what we've been doing is finding the solution given an equation. Today we're going to work at it backwards. So that build concept, that concept of building and unbuilding equations is really what we're looking at today. Rather than unbuilding one, we're going to be building one. So make sure you're ready and then let's go ahead and move on. First thing I'm going to do is if you look at the worksheet that's been given to you, actually, I'm realizing I haven't asked anyone to pass out the video or the worksheet. So at this point, go ahead and pass out the worksheet, pause the video, and come back to me when you're ready. Okay, now if you look at the worksheet that's been given to you at the very top, it says, starting with x equals 2, write an equation performing the following actions. This is really how easy this is. All we're going to do is start off with our x equals 2 here, and then I'm going to take this action, which is multiply by 5. I'm going to multiply both sides of my equation times 5. 5 times x gives me 5x. 2 times 5 gives me 10. Ladies and gentlemen, we just built an equation starting with x equals 2, performing the following operations. That simple. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's try another one. Again, we're going to follow the same instructions as the worksheet, so we're going to start with x equals 2. Down here I have x equals 2. I look at it and I'm supposed to add 7 to both sides, so I just put a plus 7 on this side, a plus 7 on this side, and I take a look. 7 plus x, they are not like terms. I cannot simplify that. So I'm either going to keep it as 7 plus x or x plus 7. Either way works. Equals 2 plus 7. These are like terms because they're both constants. So 2 plus 7 gives me, very good, 9. Ladies and gentlemen, we built a one-step equation whose solution is 2. This simple. Literally, there is no other way to approach this. What I want you guys to do as we come up to this next problem is I would like all of you guys to try this one on your own. Go ahead and take 20 seconds. Try this one on your own. Pause the video and come back to me when you're ready. Okay, so all we're going to do with this one is subtract 6. So again, I start off with my x equals 2. I subtract 6 from both sides. I'm writing it a little differently this time just so we can see that it doesn't matter. X minus 6. Those are not like terms. I cannot combine them, so x minus 6 equals 2 minus 6. Those are like terms. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. This is what you should have gotten. Hopefully that is what you got when you did it on your own. If not, we've got one more example coming up. Okay, so we take a look and it says divide by 3. Again, I'm starting with the premise that x equals 2. What I want you guys all to do is please go ahead and simplify this one. I will tell you your result will include a fraction, and that is okay. So go ahead and not simplify, write this one for me, come back to me as soon as you're done. Okay, you should have started off with this x equals 2, divide both sides by 3. I look at it right now, I can tell you nothing's going to simplify. This is my final solution. Now what I want you guys to do is actually look at that worksheet, and I want you to do all of the one-step operation problems. So anything where you only have one operation written down, I want you to do those problems for me. Go ahead and pause the video, come back to me when you're ready. Spend no more than 5 minutes on this. Pause the video, come back to me when you're ready. Spend no more than 5 minutes on this. Welcome back. Hopefully you guys got quite a bit of practice on the one step. Let's go ahead and take a look at what do I do here. If you look, I have 2 operations in a row. I'm multiplying by 5, and then I'm adding 4. Very important, ladies and gentlemen. They are in order. So again, I start off with my x equals 2. I come down here and I start off with x equals 2. The first thing I do is I multiply both sides by 5. I multiply the x times 5. I multiply the 2 times 5. Simplify. 5 times x gives me 5x equals 2 times 5 gives me 10. Now I take a look, and my second step was add 4, so I add 4 to both sides. Guys, I want you to stop and take a look at this. Every time I am performing an operation, I'm doing it to both sides of the equation. The reason goes back to those properties of equality we were talking about yesterday. Unless I have a property telling me I'm allowed to do something, I never take that step in math. I do have an addition property of equality that tells me I'm allowed to add it to both sides. I've got it taken care of, so I take a look and I simplify it. 4 plus 5x, they are not like terms, so I just rewrite it as 5x plus 4 equals 10 plus 4. Those are like terms. 10 plus 4 is 14. I've got my final equation. Sorry guys, I had to stop and take a drink for a second. One more time, we've got 2 steps. I want you guys to do these in order. Start with x equals 2. Go ahead and take 45 seconds. Do these on your own. Compare answers with either Miss Ann or Miss Ramirez. When you guys are ready, push play and we will move on. Alright, hopefully you guys got that last one taken care of. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 3-step equation I'm going to walk you through. And then you should be, I think it's time for you to work on your sheet again. Don't quote me on that yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be time to work on your worksheet. I've got 3 steps here. Multiply by 4, add 3, divide by 5. So I start off with my x equals 2, because that's what our worksheet says, and that's what we've been using all along. X equals 2. And the very first thing I do is multiply both sides by 4. Times 4 times 4. 4 times x gives me 4x. 2 times 4 gives me 8. The next thing I do is add 3 to both sides. 3 plus 4x, not like terms, I just rewrite the expression. 8 plus 3 gives me 11. Now I go through and I've got 1 step left. That step says divide by 5, in case you forgot. So I'm just going to divide both sides by 5. I don't have to try to simplify it, guys. I can leave it just like this, and this will be my final equation. 4x plus 3 over 5 equals 11 over 5. It is this simple, really truly, guys. I'm not making this up. This is as easy as it gets. Make sure you've got this copied down. If you need to pause it, go ahead and push play when you guys are ready to move on. Alright guys, we're kind of rushing through the video today. We're definitely taking less time than normal, but that's because you've got a quiz at the end of the page. At the end of class. What I would like you guys to work on right now is the rest of the worksheet. You don't have a whole lot of time on this. I'm going to ask you to take 5 minutes. Anything not done, guys, becomes homework. So please take the next 5 minutes, work as hard as you can, as fast as you can, but do not make simple mistakes. Anything not done becomes homework. Go ahead and pause the video, start it up again in 5 minutes. Sorry about that. Now what we're going to do is, rather than me give you the operation, you guys are going to come up with the operation on your own. So I want you to pick any operation at all, and build a 1-step equation whose solution is 5. So I start off with w equals 5. Why w? Because I chose to. It could be x, it could be y, it could be z, it could be r, it could be l, it could be p, it could be m, n, o, q, r, s, t, u, v, w, x, y, and z. I don't care what letter you pick. Some letter equals 5. I need to pick any operation. So I've got 4 possible operations. I've got addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I don't care which one you pick. I'm personally going to go ahead and pick subtraction. So I'm going to subtract, and I pick a number. Let's pick 3 from both sides, and I get w minus 3 equals 2. It's that easy, guys. Not a big deal. So go ahead, and what I want you guys to do is, this is my example. I want you guys to come up with 2 examples of your own. One more time, come up with 2 examples of your own. go ahead, pause the video for, let's say, 45 seconds. Compare your work once you're done. And when you're ready to move on, go ahead and push play. Okay, pick any two operations and build a two-step equation whose solution is 6. Again, my operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. I'm going to pick any two of these. Just a note, guys, you cannot pick addition and subtraction or multiplication and division. You need to pick one of these two and one of these two. So I'm going to pick addition and multiplication. So I'm going to start off with the W equals 6 again. I'm going to start by multiplying both sides times 2. So I get 2W equals 12. Then I'm going to go back to my addition. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. And I get 2W plus 3 equals 12 plus 3, which is 15. Once more, this is my example. I want you guys to come with 2 more examples of your own. Compare your answers once you're done. And then I actually think this is the end of the video. So please, guys, go ahead and make sure that you have 2 examples. Make sure that you understand this, because you will see problems just like this on the quiz. You will see problems following the same concept on a quiz. One more time, just in case you didn't hear it, you will see problems following the same concept on the quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and wrap up the video and enjoy your day.